Welcome back to Next Bike World, the channel where 2 wheels are always better than 4. Today, we dive into one of the most anticipated middleweight adventure bikes of the year, the 2026 Yamaha Tenere 700. It's rugged, it's reliable, and it's refined. Yamaha has taken the already beloved Tenere 700 and given it some impressive updates for 2026. If you're dreaming of conquering dirt trails, desert highways, and even your weekday commute, this machine might just be the all-rounder you've been waiting for. Let's kick things off with the engine at the heart and soul of the Tenere 700. The 2026 model continues to use Yamaha's tried and true 689cc parallel twin CP2 engine, a motor that's praised worldwide for its balance of power and control. It puts out around 73.4 horsepower at 9,000 revolutions per minute and 50 pounds-to-feet of torque at 6,500 revolutions per minute. Those numbers might not sound monstrous on paper, but in real-world riding, they hit a sweet spot. Whether you're powering through loose gravel or overtaking on a highway, the Tenere responds with precision. Now, Yamaha didn't go for a massive performance overhaul because, frankly, the CP2 engine didn't need fixing. What they did improve, however, is the throttle response. For 2026, the Tenere 700 comes with Yamaha ride-by-wire, making throttle input smoother and more refined than ever before. It also allows for multiple riding modes, including street, off-road, and custom, a major step forward from the previous analog-style setup. Each mode tweaks the throttle sensitivity and ABS response, giving the rider more control depending on the terrain. Another huge upgrade this year, traction control. Finally, Yamaha has integrated a 3-level traction control system that can be adjusted or completely turned off. Riders who demand off-road freedom will love that the system doesn't babysit you unless you want it to. Yamaha has been listening to its audience, and it shows. Suspension has always been one of the Tenere's strong suits, and the 2026 model continues that tradition. It features a fully adjustable 43mm kib front fork with 210mm of travel, and a rear monoshock with 200mm of travel. While those numbers remain unchanged, Yamaha has revised the internal damping settings for a more planted feel both off-road and on tarmac. Whether you're riding through forest trails or soaking up city potholes, the Tenere 700 feels composed and confidence-inspiring. The frame is the same steel tubular chassis as before, maintaining that perfect balance of strength and flex. The Tenere's weight also stays admirably light for an adventure bike, tipping the scales at just 452 pounds. 205 kilograms, for a bike with this much capability and range, that's impressive. And speaking of range, Yamaha fitted a 4.2-gallon, 16-liter, fuel tank, which offers well over 200 miles on a single fill. That's the kind of range that'll take you deep into the wilderness, or across an entire state highway, without a second thought. Yamaha has also improved the electronics suite for 2026. The most noticeable update is the new 5-inch full-color TFT display. It replaces the basic LCD screen of previous models and brings a modern interface with Bluetooth connectivity, navigation support, and even call and message alerts. You can also control riding modes, traction control settings, and ABS configurations right from the handlebar-mounted switchgear. It's intuitive, responsive, and a big step toward the modern adverb landscape. When it comes to design, Yamaha hasn't strayed too far from what works, and that's a good thing. The 2026 Tenere 700 still sports that rally-inspired silhouette, complete with the distinctive quad-LED headlight cluster and tall windscreen. However, the body panels have been slightly reworked for better aerodynamics and airflow. New colorways include Rally Red, Expedition Blue, and Stealth Gray, all with fresh graphics that make the bike look more aggressive and premium. The seat has been subtly redesigned as well. It's now flatter and offers improved comfort over long distances. The seat height sits at 34.6 inches, which may be tall for shorter riders, but Yamaha offers a lowering kit as an official accessory. And let's not forget how this bike was designed to be tall for a reason: better ground clearance, better off-road command, and an upright riding stance that gives you total control when the trail gets tricky. Braking duties are handled by dual 282mm front discs with Brembo calipers and a 245mm rear disc cab, both now tied into a cornering ABS system on the higher trims, giving you added safety in unpredictable riding situations. The ABS is switchable, and if you get the Tenere 700 Rally Edition, you'll even get an off-road ABS mode that disables ABS at the rear wheel while retaining front wheel control. Tires are still the same reliable combo, 21-inch front and 18-inch rear spoked wheels, ready for knobbies or dual sport rubber depending on how aggressive you want to go. They come wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion Rally STRs, which provide a solid mix of grip and durability. Plus, Yamaha's decision to stick with tube-type tires means added toughness for remote adventuring, though some riders still wish for tubeless, especially for easier roadside fixes. Now let's talk pricing. The 2026 Yamaha Tenere 700 starts at $11,299, which is incredibly competitive in a segment dominated by much pricier machines. If you go for the Rally Edition, with upgraded skid plates, radiator guards, a higher seat, and additional protection accessories, you're looking at around $12,699. For what you're getting, a true go-anywhere adventure machine with rally DNA, that's exceptional value. And value really is the key word here. The Tenere 700 has always punched above its weight. It doesn't rely on flashy gimmicks or excessive power. Instead, it's built to be reliable, repairable, and ridiculously fun. It's a bike that seasoned adverb riders can trust and newer riders can grow into. So what are the unique selling points of the 2026 Yamaha Tenere 700? First, a simplicity with purpose. It gives you just enough tech to be modern, without overwhelming the rider or adding unnecessary complexity. Ride modes, traction control, and a TFT display are all great additions, but they never take away from the raw, mechanical connection that makes this bike so special. Second, off-road readiness. The Tenere isn't pretending to be an adventure bike. It is one. Its suspension, wheel setup, weight balance, and frame geometry are all built for real-world exploration. You're not just weekend touring, you're riding into the unknown, and the Tenere 700 makes you feel like you belong there. Third, a global reputation for durability. Around the world, from the Dakar Rally to round the world solo riders, the Tenere has earned its reputation as bulletproof. Yamaha's CP2 engine is nearly indestructible, and the bike is built to handle thousands of rough miles with minimal maintenance. And finally, accessibility. Whether you're a seasoned off-road veteran or a rider looking to take your first leap into the adverb world, the Tenere 700 is approachable. It's not overloaded with weight or tech, and it's priced where real riders can actually afford it. In a market flooded with heavy, expensive, overly complex adventure bikes, the 2026 Yamaha Tenere 700 stands out for doing more with less. It brings modern enhancements without losing its rugged charm. It's a bike that feels just as comfortable ripping through backcountry trails as it does cruising down a highway at 70 miles per hour. And above all, it's a machine that encourages you to get out there and ride, no matter where the road, or lack thereof, takes you. That wraps up our full review of the 2026 Yamaha Tenere 700. If you're considering a middleweight adventure bike that delivers proven performance, incredible value, and rock-solid reliability, this one should be right at the top of your list. Thanks for watching Next Bike World. If you found this review helpful, drop us a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss out on the latest in two-wheeled tech and adventure. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Would you choose the Tenere over a KTM or Triumph? Let's talk about it. Until next time, keep your helmet tight, your tires knobby, and your throttle wide open.